Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping by today and checking out the video. And yeah, I've almost got my little monster home. I actually cheated a bit. You can send any implement you want back to your farm, which, being up at the top of the hill, is way closer than the store was. Well, okay, I cheated because I had to. I crashed it coming back from the store and couldn't get it up right again. So I had to kind of, you know, send it on home, as it were. Alright, now... Okay. Let's jump off our mighty machine. Now let's hop into one of our greenhouses, shall we? Is that, I thought, oh, here it is, okay. Alright. Buy and exchange seedlings for manual planting. Okay. So do we have anything? I don't know that we do we? No, we don't. Okay. So we need to buy some. Well, you suck. Alright. So let's escape. Let's escape, because, you know. Yeah. So, where can we buy some? Yeah, I know that's the orchard farm. Purchase beets and potatoes. Bale, point of purchase. Vegetables and fruits. Okay. So, let's do that, and then we'll hop into our Trackatory, because it's still up at the store. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Get away. I don't want anything from the machine store at the moment. We need some stuff delivered to our warehouse. So, seeing as it's pretty much across the road, that was easy. Ta-da! Here we are. Oh. No, this isn't what I want. What a dopey. What a dopey. Yeah, this is what I want. Alright, so we want, I guess, different? Nope. Seedlings? Ah, here we go. So we can get tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. These are all for the greenhouse. Alright, so they're cheap as heck, eh? Mind you, we have a lot of greenhouses, don't we? Yeah, I'm thinking we do. I'm gonna go an extra 100 on each of these. No idea if it's even close to what we need. Alright, there we are. There we are. Now, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go home. And it's going to appear here. Perfect condition. There we go. And, yeah. There we are. Let's shut it off. And let's go back to our map, and let's appear here, and let's jump off of this guy. Now, yeah, let's start with this sort of odd man out here on the corner, shall we? Oh, there we are. Look at all the seedlings we got in there now, man. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Alright, well. Okay. Let's, well, we're gonna go tomatoes. So, now, just like Minecraft. Did I get them all? Yeah, baby. Oh. No, I got them. Cool. Keeps up really well. Huh. Alright, there we go. Very nice. Alright, how many tomatoes did that take? Let's see. We now have 240, so 30 per aisle, eh? That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, you can just hold it down? That's very nice. Look at that. That's just splendiferous. Alright, how we doing now? Well, I guess I can figure that out. That should be 120 down, so. There's 150. $180. $210. And that's $240. Alright, leaves us 30 left over, enough for one row. Good to know. Alright. Da-da-da-dee. Okay. System error. Woo. Alright. So, yeah. Well, we might as well start down the end here then. And we will select cucumbers for here. And then we've already figured out how this works. And I'll tell you, we're going to wish we could do this, all of the operations in here this way. Although, I mean, who knows? We'll see how it goes. I had some serious issues with this on my very first playthrough back in 2016, or might have even been, yeah. And things like an entire row disappeared. And I don't just mean the plants out of the box, I mean the whole, even this metal structure, gone with everything in it that was ready to harvest. So yeah, I wasn't impressed. It was just little things like that. That and the fact that that little electric monkey thing there that you got to use for everything is really, 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 really not very turn friendly. On its own it is, but when you're dragging a piece of equipment with it, which you really wouldn't be in here if you weren't, it does tend to be a little bit gnarly. Yeah. It's an exercise in frustration at times, but we can always look at it the way all the real lame internet trolls do. Well, species, get good. Yeah, which I would say, well, developers, don't abandon your game. Oh, I know, your publishers told you to. Quite a shame, because they really had a pretty good trick pony going on here, let me tell you. It just really, really... It needed them to put the energy that they put into doing a half-built, hard-terrain DLC, because, I mean, we looked at that map, and you don't take much to look at it and go, yeah, I'm sorry they didn't finish that. And you'd be absolutely right, they did not. So we're going to come up 2 greenhouse worth shy, hey? Alright. Well, we've got a little bit more shopping to do then, don't we? Oh, let's choose... let's choose ourselves something other than our last 30 pieces. So it in fact takes 270 to fill a greenhouse, eh? Here we go. One of my ultimate favorites, peppers. I mean, even the look at this now, as I look through the windows here into the other greenhouse, and I see all these Rockwell blocks. That's what this is, by the way, if you're wondering. This Eco Perlet, it's a substance called rockwool. It's an organic substance, but you'd almost think it was a block of fiberglass. Like, not hardened, done, but like the fiberglass insulation. That's what I meant to say. You know, the really thick old pink stuff. Yeah. It kind of reminds you of that, but a little bit harder. Well, I'll tell you, it's a good growing medium. I've grown my fair share of plants in it, and it does work well. The only thing I don't like about it is, unlike soil, it's not really reusable. So even though it's an organic and you can grind it up or do whatever the heck they do with it, it is wrapped in plastic. All this crap around the outside, that's plastic. And usually quite heavy. And you can either unwrap it or just cut a little X in the top of it. These fancy ones here with the added piece on the top, this square, I've never actually seen that. What I have seen done is that would be, you would cut a big X in the top of this and a chunk out of it, and then you'd plant your seed into a smaller rock wool, say a 2-inch block or a 1-inch block. And once it rooted through there, you jam it into these. And I think that's what this is supposed to represent. Of course, it's a much neater job. It almost looks factory done, but that's what that's representing. Is a, probably from the look of it, a 4-inch rock wool block being stuffed into a normal rockwood pad. So, again, I've used this method many times, and it is successful, albeit a little bit pricey, and like I say, quite wasteful in the end. Well, there we go. So we do need to buy another plant or two. So let's jog on down there and do that. Alright, I'm going to go another crop of peppers and another crop of tomatoes. So let's go in here. And let's hit the agger. And we will want poppity pop, bang. I would like... Oh, that's nice that it keeps what you have there. So we know we need 270. There we are. Absolutely no waste. Well, the original 30 cukes will sit there till we plant more cucumbers. There we are. Grazie, grazie, grazie. And we'll open our little warehouse here. We will select tomatoes. And we'll run the rows. Yeah, I mean, that looks absolutely brilliant. Looking through the length of these. Weird, I hear a kind of a strange noise. Don't know what it is. There's almost no background noise here, of course, because there's no animals and we're indoors. And my footsteps are just not that loud. Now the nice thing about using the sprayer is it does the aisle on either side of it. So you don't have to do each of these trays separately like I'm doing with the planting. It does two at a time. Although it seems to me, and I didn't count them this time, but I think one of my pet peeves was the fact that the equipment to spray and harvest runs 2 rails at a time, and you went and gave us an odd number of rails. So no matter what, there's always one that you're more or less wasting on, right? Especially with the sprayer, because it's going to spray out both sides no matter how many of these particular rails there are. So, yeah. But we'll get to that when we get to that, for those of you that didn't watch any of the original series. It's a thing. It's a thing. Alright, now let's get our peppers down. Ba-bum. And it is a good money maker. There's a fair bit of effort in it. But it's certainly different than doing, say, Farm Sim. You know. And although, unlike Farmer's Dynasty, you're not required to come in here and give it regular waterings, you do have, like I say, equipment that you need to bring in here and do things with. Pretty high-tech little greenhouses, actually. Yeah. See, in this sort of an arrangement, nothing you're seeing up here, yeah, is a watering thing. All of your nutrients run through these tubes. Yeah. And then the idea is the roots grow down through this cube, and underneath here, you can't see it on here, they don't show it properly, but there's actually openings on the top of these, usually a grate. I mean, let's face it, if these were just a shelf, would they really build them like this? No, they're actually a nutrient transport system. And they would generally be hooked. Now, you know, and there'd be a drain system and then a fill system on them. And you would have tanks outside, and you would put your NPK mixes into the tank and slowly drizzle them in here. And you would just set a flow meter for the amount of flow that you wanted to go through here, and then every once in a while you'd run fresh water just to give the root system a nice flush. And any other sort of it's a nice system because you can get on top of problems really quickly. You know, it is one place it really excels against soil planting. You know, soil planting problems are very slow to develop sometimes, but they're incredibly so to cure. You can do foliar feeding, but not in large scale. That doesn't work as well. There we are. I have managed to yammer my way with a bunch of useless details for you through all of our greenhouses. There we are. Look at that, eh? That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Gonna get you, caca. Brother. Alright, so I would assume this thing is empty. So... oh. You can't hear it start up, eh? So I never really know if it's running. I think there's a light on the dash. Let's see here. Yeah, I was going to put my hand over it and try and shade it from the sun, but it didn't seem to work. Alright. Okay. Now, we can... oh, fill with fertilizer. Why is there no fertilizer here? Huh. I'm sure I have some. Absolutely sure I have some. Where does it show me? Does it not? Well, I know I have some in that warehouse. Herbicide, insecticide, fungicide, lime, fertilizer. Oh, I have none. Oh. I'm not sure how much of it at a time we'll be using. I remembered buying everything down here. See, we've actually got 11 of weeds, but that's all right. Yeah, I remember buying 1,000 liters of everything. But yeah, that's apparently a little above my pay grade. All right, here we go. Now look at that. Fill with fertilizer. Boom. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, it's a weird machine, man. All right. Now, I don't remember if you're supposed to fertilize them right away. But I think I'm going to leave that there for the moment. And what we're going to do is boom and jump out. Because I have one more thing to attend to here, and that's this. We do own some fields, don't we? Yes, we do. Alright, you, what do you have? What are you doing? Alright, there's nothing in you. Nothing there at all, eh? You've got wheat, but you need everything else done. So, let's go here. And we are going to want you... oh, you're fertilized. Awesome. Alright, protection against weeds. You've got zippity-doo-dah. So, you there. This field, there's nothing in it either. Okay. So, let's select that. Cute. Oh, and by the way, if we were to go and actually look at that field, is it close to us? Not really, eh? You would see a tractor and a plow going up and down it. And they leave big furrows, and they do all kinds of things. But we have other managing we need to do before you can't do any of this off the property, eh? It's got to be done while you're here. So you can see that's now 1% plowed. Alrighty. Alright, so the weeds are done. Let's get some insect spray done here. Oh, I suppose we should... okay, the herbicide's fine, but let's get a crop in here first, shall we? It's been plowed. Oh no, this is already got wheat in it. What the heck am I talking about? We do want to treat this. That's right. Bang. Alright. And what is going on with the other fields? What's this thing? Okay, this is an orchard we actually own, eh? Interesting. Alright, we'll get this plowed as well. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's your weeds. Oh, I guess bugs is still on the way. Alright. And of course plowing and stuff like that takes a long while. No. That's totally the wrong way. Oops, we only have one crop currently, so that's fine. There you are, see them? See, unlike other games, when you hire somebody to do something, they actually come out here and do it. And it will take him the length of time of going up and down and up and down and up and down, unless you do the cheat. And it's not really a cheat. See how they tear up the terrain, man? It's just savage. If you advance time to the next day, the job will be finished. Alright. But yeah, he will slowly but surely, and I mean, that's a reasonable piece of equipment he's using. It's not like they show up here with crap. Right? That'll get the job done. I mean, that's a 7-harrow plow. I think that's a pretty respectable piece to come here with. It's not like he showed up with a little, you know, 0.5 meter plow with 2 discs on it. Alright. So let's head back up to our farm and see what else could be managed. Yeah, I don't miss the fact that it isn't raining for the entire first month like it does in hard terrain. I think it rains almost constantly in that one, by the way. Yeah. Okie dokie, how is everybody doing? You should now... Right, you got weeds and insects, time to lay some fungal on you. Well, it's fungal in the jungle. Okay. And we do have an orchard to tend, but... And I suppose the sooner we get it started, the better, to be honest with you. So... Ah, look at that. Oh, there goes our plane. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Wow. That's like a condor or something. Alright, so yeah, I guess we need to go there, don't we? I guess we do. I don't really wanna. Well, I don't really want to drive my tractor there, is the problem. It's not really that far, I guess. Let's see how far it actually is. 700 meters. Alright. Let's take a little walk here. Oh, you girls look like you really need some milking, let me tell you. Those are fat and pink. Fat and pink indeed. Woohoo! Oh, see, that's familiar to farm sim. You have almost godlike climbing abilities. Ooh. Yeah, the old anti-aliasing just ain't doing that fencing much good, is it? Yikes, let's just look away here. Look away. There we are. There's the structure we need. Wasn't too boring a jog. We got to see some of the Surrounding countryside. It's a lovely thing. Press, oh, from back here, eh? You're pretty generous, let me tell you. Pretty generous indeed. Alright, so here we go. Oh, man, orchards. Oh, right. Oh, hey. They've got a used Gilled Hawn. Not bad. Not bad. How much? 20,000. I don't suppose you... Oh, and you've got a planter as well, eh? Yeah. And we'll buy that. Alright, we don't need to worry about this for 2 years. So, guess what? We're not going to worry about that for 2 years. Oh, they've got a mower. That's a good price. Oh, they've also got a sprayer. That's a good price, and that's something that we need. Yeah. It's full because you bought something. Yeah. 2 items and it's full. Alright, well. Hey, can I have a creepy dude for the seat here, please? Why won't you hook up? Did I get too close? Probably. Why it won't pick it up? That is an orchard tractor. That is the planter. That's the way it gets picked up, is from that end. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, I just don't get that then. Why you no hook up, man? Alright, what's going on here? That's not what I want. Go away. Okay, we send that home. Now let's go back in here. Orchard. A little sprayer. Alright, why am I still getting... How would I do that? It's apparently because the tractor's here, and sure, they're not letting me buy anything else. That's not good. Alright, back to orchard. Great, there's the sprayer. Alright. So we'll buy that. Okay, what is going on here? Have I got something set to... that doesn't help me at all, does it? Oh, controls. That could be why. Yeah, hitch, unhitch is Q. So... Oops. Oh, there we go. Finally. Man. Okay. Now, what else did they have for orchard here? For Vogel and Newt, eh? Foil mower, 3.4 meter, price 96. They should tell you what the standard new cost is, so you know if it's actually a good buy or not, you know. Alright. Well, we're going to take it. We can come back for it. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Alright, now let's go home. Oh, actually, let's send that home. Does it cost me? Oh, €100 each. Just boom, 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 and everything's home, eh? Great. Let's just go home, shall we? Oh boy. Now we're still on the first day because I want to get right up to the orchard planted on my first day. And then we'll start getting into the time moving thing, which is great because we're going to start making some of that money back because we have livestock, right? We bought the cows and ducks and that sort of thing. So yeah, I think I've gone the wrong way. That's okay, there's a way out. Oh, these are our greenhouses. Ha! Cool. Except we don't need to come here. Yeah, not really worth spending another $100 or $200 actually to get this kid home. It's just up the hill, so we'll do it the normal old-fashioned lazy way. But as far as prepping the orchard, I think that's going to have to wait for the next time. Oh, come on, baby. Let me get out and push or what? Look at it. Oh, come on. You got to be able to make it up the hill, man. I live up here. This is home, dude. Come on. Do you like off-road better, maybe? What do you think? No? Same. Alright. Oh, this is just nasty. So, I'll tell you what, guys. I'll put you out of your misery and I'll end the episode here. Do really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button. It's really appreciated. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. Till next time, this has been Species 7. This is Expert Farmer putting along at, I don't know, a kilometer or two an hour. Take care of each other, folks. There's another one of them giant condors. He's thinking I'm dying out here. Ciao for now.